I've had my Nook for a while now, and I thought I would tell you my thoughts on it and why I think it is one of the best e-readers you can get. Alright, so this is just a cover they bought from Barnes & Noble. Let's talk about the cover a little bit first. It is one of the John Adler collections. Has an and on the front, and question mark on the back. I'm pretty sure that the reasoning behind it, I watched a video, I believe, on Barnes & Noble's website that said the question mark was something about how people are always asking you what you're reading, and this could start up a conversation about your very cool Nook that is nestled inside, sorry, that's Jolly Rancher, inside of this really interesting case. I wanted something that had a smooth surface so that if I spilled something on the cover, I can just wipe it off, because I'm not the neatest person in the world. Just all but Jolly Rancher cover. And I really like how over here has this Nook belongs to a little place for the card, so I haven't put anything in there yet. John Adler Nook thing. Put some papers in here, which I find really helpful because I like to jot things down as I read, especially review books, because I like to remember what I thought at a particular moment. Sometimes you forget exactly how a moment of your book captured you, and like the beginning. I always forget what I thought at the beginning of the book when I'm at the end. So I like to jot down what I thought about the first couple chapters. Alright, and I also like how it's held in with these two little straps and this thing on the bottom. Alright, take the Nook out for the review. So I can show you bits about this awesome little e-reader. Alright, first thing is the power button. It's up here, right up there. And down here you got a headphone jack and the USB cord and your charger insert thing. I don't know very much about technology, so I can't really tell you all the terms. On the back is a surface that makes it easy to grip your Nook, and I like how it's a little bump right here. Don't know if you can see that. Yeah, so there's a little bump there, so it makes it really comfortable to grip your Nook. Alright, and here is your page buttons. You can see that. Don't know how good this video is going to be. I'm taking this on my little digital camera. Oh, you can see my digital camera through there. Little poke that's on it. Alright, anyway, the little page turners. Both of the ones on the bottom go to the right, and both on the top go to the left. So, I would have personally liked a right left button over here and a left button over here. So if I'm holding it, I can go right and left. I don't have to have one hand up here, one hand down there. That's just my personal preference. So that's one of the two complaints that I have about this e-reader. The second complaint is that the charger is on the bottom. So when I'm holding it, reading it, and the charger is kind of thick, I don't have it with me or I would show you, but the charger goes down to here and it's just uncomfortable to hold with the wire on you while you read. So I don't find it comfortable to read and charge at the same time, which can get a little annoying because sometimes you're in the middle of a book and you want to read but you need to charge your Nook. It's one of the downfalls of e-readers. So to wake up your Nook, you just press the power button on top. Alright, and down here, while I'm in the middle of reading a book, you have this cute little touch screen that you can move around. You have the daily, my library, shop, reading now, games, Wi-Fi, audio, web, and settings. Now let's start at the beginning. The daily is just it's kind of like a little newspaper about your Nook. Not too interesting. Like, right, I don't really know too much. Like, here we go. Just a little newspaper about your Nook things. There's actually been a few coupons, I think, down here. Let's see, there's a Fridays thing. And there's just a little, I really don't read it very much, so I don't know too much about the daily. but it seems to me like a newspaper. And I really like how the screensaver things is, you can change those up. But they don't have very many different options for screensavers and your wallpapers. I think the wallpaper screensaver was the one you saw before. Alright, then we got my library. I wish I had a better camera. And you can, right now this is my Barnes & Noble library. You have your books bought from Barnes & Noble and books that you can sample. I really like that you can just sample the first couple pages or chapter of a book so that you don't buy it without knowing you'll like it. Okay, and oh, my library also has my documents thing where you keep all your other books. Right now there's only NetGalley books in here, but if you buy any books from any other places, they go onto the My Documents. Alright, next is shop. Here's just the Barnes & Noble shop. You can buy books, magazines, newspapers, top 100, New York Times bestsellers, new releases. It's all in here. It's pretty easy to navigate, and it even gives you some, you can look up topics and see books. Pretty easy. I really like the shop. Alright, you got a reading now button, so you can go straight into whatever you're reading. Right now I'm reading Angel Fire. Alright, and I like how you can keep, this isn't just what book you're reading now, any book, you can add a bookmark to bookmark places in the book maybe you want to go back to, or you want to go to a different book and just put a bookmark in the page you're reading now when you go, as you go read another book. Okay, next we have games. All we have in here is Sudoku and chess. I am a fan of Sudoku. I play this every once in a while. It's not the best game in the world, but it's fun, easy to have on there. Probably when you're flying, it'll keep your minds off of stuff. Alright, next we got Wi-Fi. That just hooks up to Wi-Fi in your house or wherever you are, and you can turn airplane mode. I like to keep my airplane mode on because when I'm not using the Wi-Fi, then it saves battery. Okay. We have audio. I don't use the audio, so I can't tell you much about it. But you can keep it says load files via USB. My friend does use it. She uses it on band trips, so she likes it. I don't have any preference on it. I would just use my iPod instead of crowding up space on my Nook. Alright, we have the web. Oops. Next, the web. I don't like the web at all, so I don't ever use it. It's okay. You download the page from here and you move around the page on and you move the page around on the page down here. Move on the page up here, move it down with this thing. It's really not the best in the world. If you want a Nook that does web, I would suggest getting the Color. The Color is very nice, and for someone who wants it for web and tablet kind of reasons, then the Color would be more likely for you. The Nook is just for someone who wants to read. I also like to read outside, which was the main reason I picked the Nook over the Color. And then you got your settings, which just has all the information on your Nook. And that's it on the Nook. Little color thing on the bottom. There is a slight delay in the touchscreen to the e-ink screen. This isn't really a problem for me, so it's really not that long and has never bothered me yet, and I read all the time on this thing. I actually find it more fun to read on here than an actual book. It's just so much more comfortable. This thing is like a lifesaver, and I would really recommend it to anyone. So I'm going to show you the page turning looks. See, pretty fast. I know the Kindle's faster and all that. but I would recommend the Nook over the Kindle because you have the share function. You can lend books, lend me, I think function it's called. You can lend books to your friends that also have Nook. And I think that is a very neat little tool to have. Though Amazon's probably a better place to be able to buy books. I know a lot of people prefer buying books on Amazon rather than Barnes & Noble. That's really it. I really enjoy my Nook, and for all you non-e-readers, like anti-e-readers, you should really try one out for yourself in the store, and before you make up your mind that these things are going to be evil. I think books are going to be around for a while longer. Maybe one day these things will take over books, and you'll see the paperback books start to disappear, but I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. But till then, maybe you should start getting on to the e-readers. I think they're very cool little devices. There's one of the backgrounds I was talking about before. Alright, so that's it. That is my review on the Nook. Any questions, just post them below and I'll be happy to answer them. Alright, and this was a review from a reader, not a critic or anything. So I can't tell you much about the technology inside of this thing, or actually I can't tell you anything about technology inside of this thing. I'm bad at technology. But as a reader, I am very satisfied with this thing. And now I'm just rambling, so I'm going to stop. So, bye. So I had my Nook for a while now, since December, so 2 months-ish. Not really. Can add. I'm going to stop this and start again. So I've had my Nook for 2 months now. I did it again. I've had my Nook for 2 months. I don't do it again. Okay, start it. Alright, ready? Go.